Here's a special event making news around the parish. In late May, the St. Charles Parish Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness held a hurricane summit at the Edward A. Dufresne Community Center in Luling.
Today's vision was designed basically to get everybody in one room, all your critical thinkers, the people who really have a lot of knowledge in the area of hurricane preparedness and response and recovery. Get them in one room, get them together to communicate and hash out potential issues, build the relationships that you need to build so you're not building them in the day of an emergency. So we had a great opportunity, had a great venue, had a pretty good turnout, I think, to get folks together in one room prior to this hurricane season.
Local and state officials, as well as emergency responders, viewed presentations by the National Weather Service, Entergy Louisiana, and the Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development about their roles before, during, and after a storm.
For the residents, what translates to them is the fact that we have the ability to have the resources to not only respond but to recover. So when we get into an evacuation and we move them out, they have faith and trust that, hey, we have built the partnerships and we've built the friendships and relationships along the way to lean on each other. So if you run out of a resource, you can give a call to St. John the Baptist Parish, you can call Jefferson Parish and ask for some assistance or whatever the case may be. So for them, they can know that, hey, no matter what happens here, they have the resources at their disposal to reach out and try to get some assistance.
Keynote speakers for the event included the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness Director, James Waskom, and WVUE Fox 8 Chief Meteorologist David Bernard, who addressed the state's strategy and resources during a weather event and the use of social media and the importance of communication during a storm, respectively.
GOSEP is a coordination agency that is set up to prevent, prepare, respond to, recover from, and mitigate disasters. When a parish needs a resource, when they get overwhelmed in response to a disaster, they can request through the state to provide those resources. And so our role in that particular situation is to look at that resource, decide what state agency can best fill that resource, or if we can't do it from the state, we have a number of pre-emergency contracts in place. We can reach out to those contracts to get that particular resource. And if we still can't get it and it's large enough to meet the federal disaster threshold, then we can request that asset from the federal government.
It's a little bit counterintuitive, but if you're certain about what the uncertainty is, that can help build trust as well with your message. Do you have to update all the time? No, but a reliable, regular schedule is most important. And even more important is when you come out there, have something useful to say each time. Have something new to add to the conversation or what people want to know about this particular storm. Don't try to forecast the unforecastable, especially if you're in emergency management or you're a public official. You want to feel like you're giving your residents the most information possible. But giving them bad information is even worse than giving them no information.
During the summit, the EOC, in cooperation with the Department of Parks and Recreation, staged a shelter area inside the Community Center gym to demonstrate how the center will function as a shelter in the event of an emergency. For more information on hurricane preparedness in St. Charles Parish, visit www.stcharlesparish-la.gov/hurricane.